All right, guys, just pulled up to Caleb's house and grabbed him and run to the shop. Got some stuff in for the Civic here. Got some sensors in. Hope I fix my speedo because it's going in and out and causing the engine to act a little strange and idle a little strange, and hopefully we can get that fixed and then that'll be good to go. Got a new O2 sensor in, the front O2 sensor. Sometimes reads, sometimes it doesn't, so we knew it was probably not going to last very long anyways. So got a new one of those, and then got a couple other sensors and some other stuff getting in, trying to get everything geared up for the next phase of this little project here. So show you what we got. So we got the new silencer in here, and we just got it just barely put in here. I'm just curious how it sounds. Maybe we get some of the raspy sound, the flap, flap, real raspy stuff. So maybe it'll tone it down. We'll see. In the next phase of the car, may not matter anyways, but curious to see. So good?
Rev it. It does. It
seems.
I'm not really sure why.
Way louder. Like, that makes no sense.
I don't get it.
Is it because...
It's hot.
Shocked me. No, it's not hot.
Oh, ain't hot yet?
It like literally shocked me.
All right, now rev it. Wow, look at all that good stuff.
Yeah. Look at this. I'm wondering if it's because it's covering up more of the the actual material in there, the fiberglass or whatever it is.
I don't know.
So now
we can always cut it off and make it a little shorter.
Got deeper tone than idle right now. Which one was louder?
That one.
That was louder?
Yeah. Well, it's the tone. The tone was a deeper but a louder. It seemed louder because it was more of a low frequency, I guess. I don't know. But that one seems higher, but seems higher pitched and it hurts my ears a little bit.
Yeah, I might have to have you try it. Right, silencer's in. Hit it. Okay, that made it absolutely no quieter at all. All that it did is make it higher pitched.
Yeah.
Which is worse.
I don't get it.
That didn't add any quietness.
I don't know.
That's not making no sense. All right, we've changed the silencer slightly.
Just a little bit.
We'll see how it sounds. So go ahead and fire it up, Caleb. Oh yeah. It fell out. It fell out. So, this didn't help at all. Like it did. It made it higher pitched. It got rid of the low tone, but the cackling and all that stuff sounds exactly the same, even louder almost, the cackling part.
That's because there's no cat on it.
Well, cat's out of the bag.
Cat's out of the hole.
So, yeah, this really doesn't do much of nothing, but we may try, one day later, we may try to cap this off and then drill a bunch of holes in this and then shove it up in there and try again, and that will probably restrict something. Right now it's not restricting anything at all. It's just turning it from a muffled pipe into a straight pipe by shoving this up in there. I mean, this does nothing. So don't buy this. It does nothing for you. So anyways, on to the real stuff. All right, guys, so this is the new speed sensor. So hopefully we can get that addressed here in just a minute. The old speed sensor is actually down in here, and it's kind of hard to see, but let's see. Yeah, that right there, right? And
I can't see it.
Figure out where my finger is in the film. Right down there. So that's it, way down in there. We gotta pull that out.
Yay!
So here we go. There you go. Now look down at the speed sensor right here, Caleb. You see that down there? That clip, way right down. That's really bright light.
Yeah, it's so bright it's washing out, but I can see it now.
But that plug down in there, that's the one we got to get after.
It's easy, Nor.
Okay, so we just figured out what the problem is. The speed sensor, the middle pin has rusted off. Can you see that? The middle pin there is stuck up in there because it just got so bad it rusted off, which is not cool. And so it's off of the thing, so it still needs to be replaced. But that's why it's been halfway working intermittently. So somehow we got to dig that thing out of there.
That's gonna be fun.
All right, so the sensor came out. It actually looks good. I mean, the gear on there looks fine, everything. And if you look down in there, you saw the green. This thing is just
recorded. Corroded.
Corroded.
Yeah. Might be the same letter, just in a different order.
And then one pin is bent completely. Look at that. See that one is bent all to heck? So there's no way it was working right. But that's why this thing would halfway work every once in a while.
That's lovely.
So get the new one put in. We got to get this thing out first.
It's gonna be fun.
Hey, you know, I'm glad that we found an obvious problem. Because I hate problems that fix themselves, or you're not sure if that was it. It's like, did I just spend $10 on this for no reason, or is it actually gonna work? And this time, we know if we get this in there and we get these pins lined up, it should work. Right, guys? Got some dielectric grease here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pretty much put a pretty good bit in here, and then when I shove it down on there, that'll seal this area. What was weird is there was no dielectric grease in it from the factory. So water somehow got down in there, or whatever, you know, it could be from the radiator leaking. Could have got water down in there. Yeah. But anytime you get water in any of the clips, they can start to corrode, especially these fuel injected engines. It's a big issue. On old carbureted things, it's not that big of an issue, but that's why you really have to be careful, even washing down the engine bay on newer stuff. So I always get really freaked out when I have to wash down the engine bay. And this one's gonna have to have something, but this even scared me worse since there was no dielectric grease in there. So I'm gonna put the clip on there and make sure I work it really good and clean off any of the corrosion and the crap, so should be good.
Nice. What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
I'm making it fit. Making sure it's real good. Oh, it squirted everywhere.
Don't break those pins off.
We just put this in there.
You're like a week ago.
This is acting super strange.
That seems to be working a little better.
That did seem better. You don't think you'd need penetrating oil on something that's only been there a little while. I don't know who welded this thing, but it's terrible looking. Chris goes, I noticed you didn't show that weld very long.
Just the part of the welding process, and we backed off.
I'm not a welder, okay? I'm a grinder.
Yeah, at least you know that.
Right, new O2, the upstream sensor here, so it plugs on correctly with our harness. Got rid of the one we were trying to make work, and it did for a couple days, and it just quit. So,
Better.
It's a new O2 sensor here. I'm gonna leave this on because I'm gonna slide it through our holder here, and then I can get her twisted in here. Right, so obviously my screen's still ugly, but you can see the engine temps coming up here, RPM, all that good stuff. Here's our sensors, and the front O2 says 1.27, which usually means it's not hooked up. Yeah, this rear O2 is actually reading, so I don't know why it's reading that. It may need to warm up, go through its stuff, but what we'll do here is go ahead and shut down and clear all the codes, and then see what it looks like from there. Alright, so I reset the codes, so there's no code showing now, and let's see what it says. It still says 127, so I'm kind of curious what it's doing, but hopefully it'll start working, or if maybe it is working, I don't know. We'll see. The only way to know now is just drive it around and see if that does anything. See, make sure our speedo works.
Yep.
So we'll be able to tell. All right, guys. So, ew.
You've got the grease on you.
Anyway, the next phase of this build I keep mentioning here is going to be turbo. So it should be pretty cool. You know, I realized kind of when I bought this thing, I've got a whole bunch of extra Honda parts. You know, I got these seats, I knew they were coming. I got some wheels out there and tires that we got to get figured out. And I got a V18 turbo manifold, and still got some intercooler piping, some couplers, got two, or at least two halves of oil line kits and drain kits and everything. So I got a whole bunch of parts, and I thought, man, you know, I really just need to get another turbo and see if I can work something out. So we got some stuff coming in. This is one of the things, one of the parts that just came in. This is the VMS Racing Viper Fang adjustable cam gear. Really cool. The guy I ordered it from on eBay sent a original Honda Woodruff key, and here's that VMS gear. This thing looks really, really cool. So it is adjustable. Most of the time adjustability comes in when you have a full custom cam, which we don't, we got a stock cam. And then when we boost it, the computer will work with the boost and the timing. So what this allows us to do is really only go a couple degrees advanced or retarded to allow us to change kind of where the torque range of the motor is a little bit. This is a really nice thing. It actually looks really cool. Like, I didn't realize it looked this cool when I bought it. Like the fangs here are like super sharp, but it's a really nice cam gear. So be cool. And it's blue. It's blue. All right, so the O2 sensor, I don't know if that's working or not, but it does not seem like they're getting accurate numbers. So who the heck knows? Somebody does. Vehicle speed still says 0 though, so the speedometer is not working yet. Maybe the clip now, since the sensor is new. So pull it back apart and check the clip, see if that's going to work. But maybe we'll mess with that tonight. I don't know. All right, guys, I did fix the speedometer. So the pins on there needed to be just crimped in a little bit. They had spread out, I guess, over time. So I crimped down on the little pins in the clip, and that allowed it to start reading. So have a speedo now. It looks like the O2s are working, but the heater circuit still looks kind of strange. I might have to look into that, but at least it's got a speedo. So I'm curious to see how it'll do now, though. And the idle looks better.